Hey folks, welcome back to the channel. So this is a little bit different view, different sound, different lights. Bear with me. So this is my 2022 what's in my bag video. This was from my recent trip. This was a family trip that I might get a chance to go fly. So this is a little bit different than what I would pack if I was going on a trip that was specifically for flying FPV. And also this is flying on an airline, not just throwing all my stuff in my car and going to the fly spot. So here it is, my 2022 what's in my bag if I'm going on vacation that I might get a chance to go fly video. All right guys, here we go. So right off the top, the Torvald Pit Stop is my bag of choice. I like this bag. I've had a few others. This one so far is the best bag I've ever had. It fits in most overhead bins. It doesn't fit on like the regional jets with the really small overheads. Usually you got to gate check it, which means make sure you take your LiPos out of it before they put it in the belly of the plane. You need to take those with you. But Torvald Pit Stop Pro, this is the one I like. Before we get into that, I want to talk about tools. These two things are the two things that I check in my luggage just because there's a chance that they will not make it through security. My soldering iron and my toolkit. My soldering iron, this is the Sequire SQ001. It's very well priced and it's in this super convenient little 3D printed enclosure. Stay tuned to the channel. I'm going to be doing a video of my top 3D printed tool things that aren't basically just camera mounts and, you know, landing pads and stuff like that. So stay tuned for that. Like, subscribe down below. And as far as the toolkit goes, I like the Ethics toolkit. I do have quite a bit of Ethics stuff. I'm not a brand loyalist and I'm not a huge Steel fan, or it's not because I'm a Steel fan. It's because they do make some of the nicest toolkits. A lot of thought goes into this. So the only things I've added in addition to what comes in the kit is a V-Fly Smoke Stopper V2. This thing is very nice to have on the road. A #1 Phillips head, just because the kit doesn't come with one. A little bit of heat shrink, some an XT60 connector, and then this is a retracting X-Acto knife. Blade comes out of that end. Be really careful with this thing. I've made this mistake once, and you only make it once. If you're used to clicky pens and you click it while it's in your palm, the blade comes out this end and goes into your palm, and it hurts. Probably don't need to say that though. So those two things I always put in my check bag just because I don't want to risk losing it at security. Over to the bag, let's go ahead and look inside the side pocket here. This side, I carry my my USB power bank, a XT60 jumper cable. Every once in a while I find a use for something like this. Didn't quite on this trip. A USB cable, this is an older USB-B just because I have a few things that use that. A couple of these 3D printed like zip tie type things. Again, stay tuned to that video. And in this pocket I carry extra LiPo straps. The only LiPo straps I use are the Kevlar LiPo straps. The rest, I just don't trust them anymore. They may be lighter, they may be better. These are the metal buckle with the, you know, the Kevlar inside of them. These are the ones I like. Oddly enough, you know, we went on a bit of a hike and the wife didn't have a way to secure her water bottle to her bag at all, and used a LiPo strap to hold it on there. And you know, I've been on record to say that she does not like this hobby or pretty much anything about it, but hey, you know, a win's a win sometimes. On this side, I never leave home without this. This is my Odroid Go Advance. It's a retro emulator game thing. It's nice entertainment. In this little pocket here, I carry a bunch of SD cards, micro SD cards. This is a TBS card holder. I think this came in an FPV crate long ago, and also this SD card reader. Again, FPV crate. Pour one out for those guys. They're no longer with us. In this pocket here, I have my old Radio Shack handheld portable digital multimeter. I know there's other brands that make things like this, and you could probably find them if you look around, but this is super handy and it's light enough. Packs down pretty good, and you know, it's accurate enough. In this pocket, another USB-C cable. I tend to carry a lot of USB-C cables when I travel, or USB cables, because the people I travel with, they tend to lose, destroy, consume, make disappear USB cables. I don't know how, but they do. It's pretty weird. In the back of my bag, I have no idea where the zipper is. Here we go. This accounts for a large percentage of the weight of this bag and the bit of discomfort I have wearing it. This is my Acer Nitro 7 laptop. It's nothing special. It's got a, you know, it's nothing special. It's just a laptop. And to be honest, I don't usually go on a trip and find myself necessarily needing my laptop. I think, especially after this trip, I think I'm not going to take my laptop with me anymore. I found very little reason to have the extra weight in my bag and taking up the space that it does. Everything I'm doing, I can basically do from my smartphone. I'm an Android guy. I can use SpeedyB if I need to configure my quads. I can use Bluetooth, Wi-Fi, and I can even use that USB SD card reader, plug it into the bottom of my phone, and pull my data off my SD cards with that if I needed to. We get into this top pocket here. It was a very oddball pocket, but this is where I keep all of my my chargers for my cell phone charger, my watch charger that goes in there, another miscellaneous USB cable, and then all of my my logo stickers. I keep these up on the top here just in case I run across somebody or I need to, you know, deface some sort of piece of public property. I would never do that. And it's also where I always keep my lens cloth. Nice, consistent place to keep it. That way I always know where it's at. I never have to like dig for it. All right, let's get into the main compartment here. I got this really cool Grogu zipper pull my mom made for me. She stitched it herself, something like that. I think it's cool. I like it. Something unique. All right, off the top here I have an Ethics beanie just in case it gets cold. Again, not because I like Ethics, but I actually like this beanie. It's, I don't know, I like it. My main Acro quad. This is my AOS 5. It's usually either this one or my Glide. Rocking the OG GoPro Hero Session 5. This one flies pretty good. I'm not going to get into too much of the specs of the quad. It's a 5-inch quad, running DJI and Express LRS. That is the quad I flew Acro with. Like I said, this is I'm going on vacation with my family and get a chance to possibly fly, so I'm not taking a ton of quads with me. I'm going to take like one Acro quad and one kind of long-range cinematic quad. If they break, they break. I'm just not flying for the rest of the week. Not a big deal. Like I said, the main purpose of this vacation wasn't to fly. The props I'm using are the Ethics S3s. I like these. They're light. They're very responsive, and I have a ton of them. I like those props. Goggles in again. This is gonna sound like an Ethics commercial. It's not. They just make the best goggle bag I have ever seen. It's really soft lined. It's the right size. It's got a nice little pocket on the back side of it, but this is my goggle bag, and as always, I'm flying DJI. This is the DJI V2 goggles with the iFlight Crystal patch antennas. I really like this. I like DJI. I don't care about the latency penalty. I would rather have the clear image, so I choose DJI. It just works. It works for me. And this is the first trip I've gone on where I didn't bring an analog adapter or any analog quads. Just packing for the situation. Again, more props. I guess I probably should have shown how everything's kind of packed in here, kind of like that. You get it. Quad here, goggles here. I take, I don't know, like 6 or 7 sets of props. And my radio of choice. This is the Radio Master Zorro with inbuilt Express LRS. Express LRS is my RC link of choice. It's the best. I don't care. And if you noticed, I don't have any gimbal protectors on it. I have no switch protectors. If it can't survive living in my bag without a gimbal protector or having to worry about busting a switch or anything like that, it doesn't belong. That means it's not engineered well enough. Obviously, I do pack my bag smartly to reduce the amount of risk of damaging anything. The switches are short enough and they're all on top that they're probably not going to get damaged. And the gimbals being pushed against things, that is old potentiometer gimbal rhetoric. Hall effect gimbals, yeah, I got a long jag on that one, but I'm not going to get into it. You don't really have to worry about things pushing on them. So if you're looking for some really cool grips for your radio, check out my website, tweetf3.com or racedayquads.com. Get yourself a set there. I've heard people claim that they make you fly 45% better. Not my claim, but it's one of theirs. And also in here, this is the power brick for my laptop. Again, this thing is super heavy. Another reason why I'm probably not going to travel with my laptop anymore. Quad number 2. You're asking yourself, what is that? This is the Colas 6. This has become my long-range cinematic quad of choice because, well, let me rewind it. My old quad of choice for this role was the, oh, I'm taking this thing off. It's hot. Sorry, guys. I'm gonna take that guy off. My old long-range quad of choice was the iFlight Explorer 4-inch. It fit in my bag, it was light, it was compact, it hauled around a naked GoPro just fine. But this quad takes up less space, hauls a full-size GoPro, uses the same flight packs as my Acro quad, and like I said, takes up less space. So this is a win-win-win. It's much less affected by wind. I can store it in that bag with the GoPro, the antenna, and the LiPo on it and be up and flying in just a matter of seconds. This thing is super cool. I really like this quad. It doesn't fly the greatest out of the box, does need a little bit of tune, but there's a lot of advantages to having a design that fits basically where a Nalgene bottle would fit. Very much like this quad. And just like that, you can be packed up and out of there. Prop tool, again, it's another Ethics tool. This is their prop tool. It's got a one-way clutch on it, on and off, and it's got 2 drivers on it, a 2.5 and a 2mm driver. This thing is very nice, compact, and very, very handy in the field. I do carry one spare antenna, just in case. This is really the only spare part that I carry with me. Like I said, if anything else breaks, I'm just done. But antennas are sometimes nice to have an extra. This is what I use to capture all my footage. This is a Western Digital My Passport Pro. This is 2 terabytes of spinning rust. It's slow, but the cool thing is you just plug your SD card into the side here, you click this button on the top, and it will strip that entire SD card, write it to this thing, and you have a backup. That way you don't have to worry about losing your footage or having a laptop or anything with you to store the footage. Super cool. It also doubles as a power bank, and it's Wi-Fi accessible. It's a really cool storage device. It's a little old, a little long in the tooth, but it definitely does the job. And last but not least, the bottom of the bag. So in the bottom of the bag, I have the Torval LiPo bag. Normally, if I'm going to the field or someplace where I can drive, I don't store my LiPos inside my bag. I keep them in a separate bag. Again, I'm using the Ethics LiPo bag. It is just so much better than anything else I've seen out there. It has the heater in it. Sometimes I fly in cold climates. It's kind of nice. So the Torval bag, it doesn't come with this one, but it's a nice little addition. In the top here, I keep 2 things. I keep my USB OTG cable with a USB-C and a USB-B adapter. and my LiPo cell checker. This is the ISDT VG8S. A very cool LiPo checker. Then I also have this little 3D printed cover that I made for it. And in here I have my LiPo charger. This is the ISDT 608 AC. It's not a great charger. It works well. It has an AC adapter on it, so I can power from the wall. I don't have to power it from a LiPo. It's not the most powerful wall power PSU, but you can use it for other things because it does have an XT60 on it. You can use it to power your soldering iron, which is kind of cool. It doesn't have a ton of output. With a 6S LiPo on it, it maxes out at 2.2 amps, about 51 watts, 50 watts, something like that. So it's pretty low power. It doesn't discharge fast. I can't charge at 2C on my LiPos, but it's good enough. I choose it because it is small and it's AC powered. That's why I like this one. If you guys have a better suggestion for a travel LiPo charger, let me know. It just has to be AC powered, at least in my book. And then the cord for it. And in my LiPo bag, I only took 6 LiPos because, like I said, this was a family trip that I might get a chance to go fly on. So I'm not gonna be out there ripping pack after pack after pack after pack. I kind of get a good idea of what time allowance I'm gonna get to go out and go fly before I gotta be back to do more sightseeing, hiking, swimming, beach, family stuff. So 6 packs, this is what I brought with me. More than enough. The packs I chose are my Lunar Lander 1100 Thunder Powers, my Tattoo 1050s, and my GMB 1350s. I do put these down to storage voltage, and I do cap the ends before I get on an airline. And like I said, if you do have to gate check your bag, make sure you take your LiPo out of your bag and take it on the plane with you. You cannot put these in the belly of the plane. You cannot check LiPos either. These have to be in your carry-on. Keyword, carry it with you on the plane. So these are the packs I took with me. It's more than enough. Now with all this stuff here, I always keep the quads inside the bag. I think it's rude to walk around an airport with quads on the outside. I don't want people stealing them, seeing them. I don't really want people to know what I'm doing. If you're in the know and you've seen this backpack, then we kind of know, but for the average population, I don't want them to know what it is I'm doing. I don't want to be bothered by them. It's just personal preference. So I keep the quads inside the bag. If I'm taking more quads than that, I'd throw them in my checked luggage and stick that stuff in the bottom of the plane. As far as going through security, I have TSA pre-check. I didn't take a single thing out of my bag. I didn't take the LiPos out. I didn't do anything. It goes right through the belt and out the back end. Super convenient. I have taken the LiPos out before for the TSA agents, and it just gives them the warm and fuzzy to see the caps on the LiPos. Also, I do print out the TSA regulations on carrying spare lithium batteries, and I always put it inside my LiPo bag. I didn't this time. I wasn't thinking. It was on me. I just didn't have it in the bag, but I always keep that in there. I'm not saying the TSA agents are bad, but you know, they can't possibly know all the rules and regulations on everything. So I feel like if I make their job easier, they're gonna make my life easier. But like I said, this time, both to and from, let's say I flew into Vegas and out of New Orleans, both ways, never came out of my bag, never had a question, nobody really cared. So if you have the ability to get TSA pre-check, I'd recommend doing it. It sure makes life easier. So folks, this is what I took on a non-FPV related trip where I might be able to get a chance to go fly. What do you guys think? What in here would you change out? What would you do differently? What do you think of the Cola 6? Am I making a mistake with this thing? I like this quad. Check out my previous video. I have a little bit of flight footage with these 2 quads. Really cool area out in Sedona, Arizona. I got a chance to fly in. You gotta be careful with where you're flying there. Lots of national parks. Gotta stay out of those. Can't fly in them. Don't ruin it for everybody else. You hear me? So what would you change out? What would you do different? What do you like about this? What don't you like? Let me know down in the comment section below. Please like and subscribe. And if you like what I'm doing here, please go to Patreon. Links in the description, and you can subscribe to me for $2 a month. There are some benefits there, and that subscriber base is what keeps me going. YouTube does nothing. No, I don't make anything off YouTube. It doesn't even cover my, probably my power bill for my computer to edit this video. Trust me on that one. You folks that support me on Patreon are the only reason I'm able to keep this thing going. Thank you so much. All right, folks, what do you think? What would you change? Do you like this? Do you not? Let me know in the comments below. And as always, folks, stay positive. I'll see you next time.